Buenos días, mi gente, and welcome back to another episode of Vino y la Verdad, hosted by the ladies of Wine and Wisdom 5. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hola.
How are you?
Good,
Very
good.
thankful.
What's
Take
going
these off because I have
on?
little blue lights.
Say that again.
You, Gloria, say that again.
I said, I
Forget
have
it.
little blue light.
This meeting is being recorded.
3, 2, 1, go.
Buenos días, mi gente, and welcome back to another episode of Vino y la Verdad, hosted by the ladies of Wine and Wisdom 5. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Hey.
Hello.
How
How
you
you doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
How are
I'm
you?
good. Tired, but I'm good.
I hear you.
It's a Thursday that feels like a Monday.
I don't know. Every Thursday to me feels like I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's become,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah. I feel time lately has been so draining. Regardless what you do, I feel it's just tiring.
Well, draining but fast at the same time, if that makes any
Yes.
sense.
Mhm.
Draining in the sense that I feel we're tired and exhausted because so much is happening, and fast because I feel the days are just flying by. Like, here we are, almost at the end of September. Where the hell did September go?
Yeah.
Like, it was
It's
just
true.
August.
oh, and
How
then
are we
that
at the end of
means-
September?
That means our Hispanic Heritage Month is going us flying by.
Yeah.
That's no bueno. That's no bueno. That's no bueno.
Yeah. Time is flying by. Christmas is around the corner. They already have
Hi,
Christmas
please.
decorations up.
Don't even
Yeah.
say it, please. Please don't even say it.
Listen,
They
I'm not
already
ready.
have Christmas
not ready.
decorations up. Not even a damn turkey, a Christmas tree.
That's what I'm saying. Can we
And now
can
they
we
have
do Halloween and
What is
then
it? The Halloween
Thanksgiving?
and the Halloween Christmas balls, and I'm like, so am I supposed to have a Christmas tree and a Halloween tree now?
That's a whole pero porque why segment.
Yeah. Am I supposed to have a turkey tree too? Like put up a tree with a whole bunch of turkey decorations now
You
too?
know,
Pumpkin,
there
a turkey, and a tree. All
there
at
are
once.
some people who don't take their tree down and they decorate it every season, every
Yeah.
holiday.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I'm like, I'm in Michael's and there's this orange and black tree. I'm like, okay, with the pumpkin decorations and then the witch topper, and I'm like, am I supposed to have a tree now too? Like
It's all about
You're like,
how
pero
people
porque why?
express themselves,
it's
right?
I think it's just too much.
Agree.
I think it's too much.
I used
too
to think
fast.
it was bad enough, like with the whole back to school thing with the kids. Like we would still be in flip-flops and all the school supplies would be out. And then the same thing like with clothes in the stores, right? That we're still trying to wear our tank tops or t-shirts or summery looking clothes, and they already got sweaters and coats and jackets and boots and and you're like, wait a minute, slow it down. It's the same way with the holidays.
It's just too much. But
Yeah.
at least we have a month to enjoy our heritage,
Yes.
which I'm excited to say that we have our friend Shawnick Rodriguez back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super
So,
excited to have her for a
yes,
second
and-
time with us.
And she has been blowing up. She is everywhere right now with her artwork, which I love
Yes.
because all of her
And her-
artwork. What happened?
And her jewelry too.
Yes. Yeah. Her jewelry, it to me is a form of art.
Mhm.
Like, you know, everything is so hand painted. But I love the fact that she expresses all of our cultures through art.
Yes.
Well, how do you guys feel about that? You know, not only just the way that she incorporates all different cultures, but just art in general that defines us, like Afro-Latinas and Cubans, Puerto Ricans. Like, how do you guys feel about that?
I love that. I think it brings back some cool memories, like as we were growing up. You know, I love her painting that she has, that actually our friend Liz has purchased, with the can of Bustelo. Esa lata de Bustelo,
Yeah.
hace tiempo, you know. And so
Yeah.
I like how she takes those little details of our lives and our culture and brings it to like a beautiful painting that you
To
can,
life. She brings it back to
Enjoy.
life.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
And-
literally, it feels like you look at her paintings and you're just remembering a piece of your past
Right.
or your present, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like storytelling, right? And that's basically what art is. And she just brings everything to life through her art, which is so beautiful. I've always said I love art. I can't draw more than stick people, but I love art. I admire all artists for that reason, because it's a way of expressing yourself. And what better way than to express culture through it? I love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, me too. Me too.
I agree. And her art is actually pocket friendly, if I have to say. They're not expensive, and it's beautiful art. I love the piece that she still has it on her website, which was the pieces of the different flags, like the Puerto Rican flag. Remember, she had it in the background the last show we did.
Yeah.
With the woman, or was it the one face? Because she had one too with a woman's face, and then there were butterflies made out of flags.
Yeah, that was beautiful too.
That one's called Mariposa Latina. That's
yeah, that's beautiful.
The one that I'm talking about is called Embrace, and it had like the Puerto Rican flag in the middle, and then it had like the African flag.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
It was yeah.
And it had like Black Lives Matter.
That was actually one of my favorites. Yeah.
Mine too. Yeah.
And one of the things that she has written in there, which I actually wanted to ask you guys, like, how do you feel? Because it's this whole thing going on right now, like in different podcasts and on social media, how Dominicans do not define themselves as Black. And then on her painting, she has in a section where it says Black or Boricua. So do we identify ourselves as Black, as Dominican and Puerto Ricans, or don't we? That's like a huge thing.
I think it all depends on how you were raised, right? Like in my home, we were raised that we know we're Black.
Right.
We're proud to be Black, right? That's why I have the painting in my room that shows you the Afro, the Indian, and the Spaniard, because that's what makes us, and that's what makes Puerto Ricans, and that's what makes Dominicans.
Yeah.
It's the same shit, which is what I've never understood that either, why people feel, oh, we're so different. No, but the same shit.
Yeah.
All that divides all of us is a little body of water. But unfortunately, it's depending, I guess, in your upbringing, right? And unfortunately, in all of our cultures, there is racism. And it's not just Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, Colombians, Cubans, all our Hispanic different cultures, I think, have it to a certain extent, because if you are white or light hair, light eyes, you're considered to be. And if you're darker, you're considered to not be. And it's bullshit. We're all the same.
Yeah.
Well, I check off Black. Like
me too. I always check off Black. I've never checked off anything different.
Anytime I'm filling any application out, I don't fill out white. I don't consider myself white. I consider myself Black,
Yeah.
So if it has the option for Hispanic, Latino, or Black, would you choose Hispanic, Latino?
Well, most things do have.
That's that's not a race. That's
right.
That's where I was going for. Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say most things make you check if you're Hispanic, Latino, and then it will ask you if you're Black, white, or whatever as your race. And I do both. I do Hispanic, Latino, and Black.
Hispanic,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because that was a conversation that I was hearing, that they were like, oh, but if you check off Hispanic, Latino, then that means you're not Black. And I'm like, but Hispanic, Latino is not a race.
That's not a race.
So I'm glad you said that, because I was like, okay, am I thinking differently than other people? Or is it that, I think sometimes it comes from lack of education too, right? Some parents or people, they don't raise you with the proper education.
Like I said, it's the way you were upbrought.
Right?
The way you're raised.
They don't educate you with the proper information on where your roots really came from. Right? You're like, oh,
know your history.
Right. No history. Absolutely. And I think that's what I appreciate more about her art. It's more, little pieces of history that she clusters together, that when you see it, you're like, oh my God, like, this is really where we're coming from,
Right.
So I'm excited to, talk to her and
see how far she's gone, right?
Right. See how far she's gone.
From how when we interviewed her first,
right?
She was doing her thing, but now she's doing her thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
Awesome.
I'm excited too. I'm very excited. And actually she's on, so we'll be right back with our Pero Porque Why segment with Shawnick Rodriguez. We'll be right back.
Hi, guys, and welcome back to Pero Porque Why with our amazing guest, Shawnick from Art Spicer. Hey, hello.
Hi, ladies.
How are you?
Tired.
I know. I can imagine. We're so excited to have you back. We have so many things to talk about. So we're gonna start like off the back right away. How's it been since the last time we had you on the show? It's been almost 2 years, right? Maybe like a year and a half since we had you on the show. And you're everywhere. You're like doing the Salsa Congress. You're doing all these things. Like, tell us, how's it been going for you?
It's been a lot going on. I can't even wrap my brain around it. Like, seriously.
Yes.
It's like one thing after another. And it's like, oh my God, like I need time to like sit here and do my art. And I have, but it's just like lately it's been pretty wild to say the least.
Yeah. Do you give yourself time though? Like when people put in requests to finish a project, or because I know you hand paint all your stuff, you're not mass producing anything.
So I do give myself time, but in between, as like a creator, like there's times that I could go 100, but then there's the times where I don't feel like doing nothing for days. And those are my days where it's like, I don't want to do nothing at all. I don't even want to go out, make appearances. Like, I don't want to do anything. But unfortunately, like lately, it's been so many things back to back. It's like, I can't really say no. So it's just like, this time it's been like with art, it's been really slow, but with appearances, it's been like picking up. But today and yesterday was the first time I really was like, I need to sit here and focus because I want to work on something because I need it for Sunday for a reason. So I'm like, this needs to get done. So whatever else that's going on, like I'll squeeze it in, but this is like my priority.
Nena, but how did it feel to meet Victor Manuel? Please tell me. Ese papazote.
Well, when that happened, so when I got asked to do it at first, I was kind of skeptical because I was like, what is this? Like, is this even real? Like, let me do my research, whatever. And I really didn't have to do much because they like gave me all the information.
Nice.
So then they were like, yeah, Victor Manuel's going to be there. So I'm like, really? And I was like, so me and my mom going to get to meet him? And they were like, yeah. So, my honest opinion, like, I'm not like the biggest fan of his. My mom, that's more my mom's
I love
thing.
him.
So like for me, it was just like, oh, hey, that's him. But for my mom, she was like excited. Like for me, I think like, let me see who I met this year. I think when, Zach, this is hard. When I tell you a lot of things, like a lot of things, like I constantly see her, like I know who she is. I know what she looks like. She's always tagging me. She drove 5 hours to come to my art show and meet me. And instead of her like crying to meet me, like the minute I walked out and I was trying to greet everybody, the minute I saw her, I was like, no, I need to speak to my girl Wilma.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Like, falling, crying. And I'm like inside, like, why are you crying? Like, but it's just because I was in shock, like, wow, like they really drove like 5 hours to come meet me and support me. And people that know me that live like 5 minutes away can't even do that. So just
that's the way it is.
Yeah, so that effort alone and who she is, like, yeah, that one hit home. more than anybody I have met so far this year.
So tell us, and then how I feel like you've done so much between the art shows, your own art exhibition that
Yeah.
you did, right? And like you've been out everywhere. The funeral home that you did, amazing work. Amazing.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest thing that you have done since the last time we've done that has made an impact on you?
The biggest? Wow.
So many.
Oh, I'm like trying to look at my stuff to see. It's been so much. It's hard to like pick and choose. I think, but you know what? Like one of the biggest impacts and the most challenge that I received this year was my first mural that I haven't done in like 5 years. And that was at Boricua Restaurant number 2.
Nice.
So when I got that opportunity, he
That
was
was
like,
nice.
you only have like 14 days to do this. And this wall is like humongous. I've never done anything that big ever in my life, nor like have a timeline of 14 days. So I was just like, you know what? I'm up for the challenge. Like, I'm just going to clear my schedule for the next 2 weeks. And at the time, I was also fasting. Like, if you
Oh
ever
my
heard of like
gosh.
the Daniel fast, I was doing the Daniel fast as strict as possible, but I kept rice because I'm already picky as it is. So I was like, I could eat rice, but you know, I tweaked my Daniel fast a little bit so I could eat certain things. So that whole time, I kid you not, I think one day I put in like 14 hours that whole day. And they were like, Shawnick, you need to eat, you need to stop. And I'm like, I can't because I need this to get done. Like, you don't understand. I paint slow. In between, I was very emotional because I was going through like some stuff in my life that I was there, but I wasn't there, like doing the work mentally. I was like exhausted. And then physically, now I'm getting exhausted. So I was like, no, I don't care. So they would have to force me and watch me like, okay, you're going to eat. You're going to stop, relax. And I'm like, no, it needs to get done. And I'm glad that I had that mindset because that kept me so focused that I got it done instead of in 14 days and 11 days.
Wow.
Cheers to
Yeah.
you for that.
Wow.
So it was
Salud,
such
mommy.
a challenge, and it was refreshing because it let me know, like, even though like I was going through so much pain at this time and turmoil in my life, like it was like I had peace when I was sitting there because I had like played my worship music. I would just sit there and talk to God. Like I would be there like 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, like by myself, because they were like, we
My
don't want nobody
gosh.
here in the restaurant. And I would freak out, like, how you gonna have me here by myself? Like,
Jeez.
but it was like I had a sense of peace because I had moments to myself where it was just like, okay, you could do this, like, you know, you could get through this. Just keep on. That's all I can tell myself. Like, keep on going through this. I don't care if you're sitting here crying, you're in pain. Like, and I would be in pain. My shoulders were burning, but I was like, it's going to get done. So that once it was done, I think that was one of the most like rewarding like moments of Art by Sir this year. Cause it was like, wow, like I haven't done a mural in a long time. And on top of that, all of it was all hand painted. Nothing was stenciled in. So it was just like a major challenge for myself. Like, if I can do this, then I can definitely like do the next one that comes my way. And that's when I ended up getting like a couple of months later, the one at the funeral home. And I was like, oh, I can knock this out in a couple, like 5 days. But 5 days were in total was 30 hours. Cause I made sure I checked the time and everything. And I was like, this is pretty good.
I applaud you for that. I applaud
Amazing.
you
Yeah.
for that. You know, you put the work in and you get, you know, the results, and you've been everywhere. I was like, the minute I saw that, I'm like, this girl's everywhere. I told the girls, we have to have her back. And I also want to applaud you and thank you for keeping our cultures alive. Right? We were talking about this the other day, and I feel that although this is our time for Latinos, I feel like we're
Mhm.
on a rise right now. But I also feel that our culture, sometimes it's fading away, right?
Yes.
Like speaking the tongue or listening to the music, or not many salsa artists are out there anymore, or, things of that nature. But you, with your art, you're bringing culture, you're bringing music, you're bringing our foods, you're bringing so many different things, and you're keeping it alive. Like, looking at one piece of your artwork brings in so many cultures. Like, there was the one that Jessica just mentioned before you got on, the one about the girl with the different butterflies. Each butterfly is a different, country. That's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you. That's actually of she's a makeup artist in LA. Her name is Cynthia Diaz. And that's actually her image. So
Wow.
when I seen her image, I was like, oh my God, I love it. So I inboxed her one day and I was like, do you mind? Because I know, like, legally, like, you can
Right.
sue me, do whatever.
Right.
I don't
Right,
want no
yeah.
issues. So I want to know, like,
Yeah.
if I could use your image and paint you. And she was like, yeah, sure. And I just love how everything came out, and she loved it too.
It was
was beautiful.
amazing. I
Mhm.
think I haven't seen all of it, but from what I see, it's one of your best, and it's
Oh,
amazing.
thank you.
I mean, I was saying earlier how every time I always go into your your website to look through your paintings. It always brings me back, like, to a memory I've had growing up, or it reminds me of a family member, or reminds me of something so close to me. So I think that's pretty special, that your painting is able to do that. If it does it for me, I can imagine how many people it does that for.
It does a lot. Like, I get all kind of like inboxes of people like sharing things with me of their family,
Yeah.
about themselves. And it's just like, wow, like how I may interpret it may be different from somebody else, because even though we all come from the same like culture, but our backgrounds are all different because we're all raised, in different places. So it's incredible, like, to hear different stories and just to get a different feel of what they see versus what I see in my work. And I just enjoy it. I love it.
That's the beauty of art, though. Everybody has their own perception. And, to get to sit down and share that with you, that's pretty amazing. But
Yeah.
what's next for you? What's next? What's going on?
I have
That
a
you can
lot of
talk about, right? Because I don't know if you're on an NDA, but
I know.
some things I can't right now because everything is like in the works. But this one I can. So I am actually working on some stuff because on Sunday I'm coming out in the Puerto Rican parade in Philadelphia.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, like the next one has to be New York. But
Yeah.
even this one, like, I was in shock because I never imagined myself being in the Puerto Rican parade, like growing
Right.
up and going to it and seeing it. Like, I would never be there, but to be a part of it. So I'm like, my outfit has to be like,
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Was those the jeans you were doing?
yes, that's what I'm doing right now.
Jeans, shoes, purse. She does it all, man. I'm like, oh my God.
No, I
Yeah.
saw you.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder what she's painting now. And then I was like, oh, I think it's jeans.
They're jeans. Like,
They're
they're
jeans.
so like, I'm looking at them right now and they are like, oh my God. Like, and this is just like the beginning part of it. Like, I still have to add stuff to it. So far I'm like happy and pleased. So I hope like people love it when they see me, because I'm even impressed. Like, every time like I paint something, like even when I did the whole like Bad Bunny like outfit,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was
that was
awesome.
I blew my own mind away when I had it, like, because I had visions for it. Because I've seen like other girls, like how I got the idea for the pants. I've seen like girls in Puerto Rico did it for the concert. So I was like,
Right.
I could do it, but I could do it with an art bar search twist, and I could do it maybe better.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to say it.
I didn't want to say it, but I'm
Don't
gonna
be
say it.
shy.
Say it, but,
Say
you
it,
know,
say it, girl, say
But
it.
I'm gonna say it. Like, I wanted to do it,
it's
I wanted to,
mejor.
I wanted
Say
to do
it.
it, with that extra love. So once I seen it, I was like, oh my God, it opened up like my mind even more. Like, I don't want to just do the jeans. Like, I want to do like a whole outfit. So when I had the whole idea in my head, like, I was just like, okay, like I have to get everything for it. And as I was making it, like I never put it on until that day when I took the photos. Like I did my hair, I did my own makeup because I had like the whole vision, the whole backdrop. So when I went and I did everything, and then I was sitting there and I was looking after I was done doing all my content, I was looking at the pictures and I was like kind of tearing because I was like, wow, like I really like executed this like to the point like this is like not just art, like this could be almost like high fashion. It's like art and fashion together, like because the pictures,
Absolutely.
they were top notch to me at least. I think it was one of like, if not one of my best contents that I have put out so far with Art by Sir when it comes to art, because just everything just played so very well. Like the location, the clothes, the art, the hair, the makeup. It just was like, wow, like I didn't know that I can create something just not in on a canvas or on clothes, but as a whole image in full that people can enjoy and love.
Absolutely. But you started little by little with that, with the bags, shoes. And now look at you, you're doing clothing, everything.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You know
So
what I
are
love
you
about
still working with children?
Well, at this time, no. I actually do Art by Sir full time.
Okay.
No
Awesome.
way. Yes. Congratulations.
That's awesome. That is great.
So, I mean, I would love to work with kids again because they're so much fun. I think to be honest, they're more fun than adults. Because, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like, as adults lose their imagination, and adults need to be like, you need to give them like direction. And if they don't have a sense of direction, they get so frustrated that it's like they don't want to do it. Right. But whereas children, all you have to tell them, like you teach them a lesson and then you tell them and you show them and they let their imagination just go wild.
Right.
Where adults, like even if I do a paint party and I still have like this painting that you could do, and I'm sitting here, it's already sketched out for you. All you have to do is basically like color it in with, your choice of paint. That's still too difficult for an adult. Whereas kids, it's like,
wow.
why are you giving me this? Like, I'm not doing this. Like, I have my own ideas. Like, this is not what I want. So I miss that part of working with kids, is them showing me, like, no lie, like the last time I worked with kids, they blew my mind. Like every week they executed everything that I asked them to do to the point, like there were moments that I would cry with my kids and they would be like, Miss Shawnick, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, yo, like, I can't believe like this came out of your little brain. Like, and I'm the one who's leading you to, open up your mind and do this. So it makes me cry because it's like, wow, I never saw myself actually doing this.
Wow.
Awesome.
I'm so impressed by you and I applaud you so much. Your hustle is so hard. That I'm very serious because a lot of people, we've spoken about this too, don't want to put in the work. They want instant results, right? I would try it for a month or two and then all of a sudden they want to be like, everywhere. But your hustle has been so hard. You've been nonstop since you started posting on Instagram and now you're doing this full time. That's insane. Like, I'm so proud of you. I don't know you personally, we're not best friends, but I'm so proud of you. I applaud your hustle. Don't stop. Keep doing it. No matter what anybody says. If you draw a flower, they're like, oh, that's a carrot. Yeah, it's a fucking carrot.
That's why I tell people, what people don't understand when it comes to any form of business is that consistency is key. Consistency will always outbeat anybody when it comes to talent, knowledge. It will beat it any given day because you showing up and showing out as you are. And when you're like true to yourself on top of consistency,
Mhm.
people love it and feed off of it.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
see that when it comes to the best platform, if any on social media that would teach you consistency and just being you, is TikTok. People feed off of that because it's so real and raw that you're giving them something all the time. And if it's relatable to them, they automatically drawn to you. But
Yeah.
people don't understand that. They just think I'll put a little bit here or I'll put a little bit there. You can't, like, it needs to be like consistently all the time. Even if you skip a beat, like
Mhm.
you're going back to it. Like there's other influencers that I love that now they have reached a level that they can skip beats because
Right.
they all have already put in all the work
All the
they
work.
needed to get on that level. Like that's
Mhm.
why I love like cooking Goomy, for example, because she
Yep.
has
Yeah.
been so consistent.
Right.
Yeah.
So consistent with her hustle, and she already captured like people's heart that she
Yep.
doesn't have to like be so consistent anymore because she
Yeah.
already put in the time and
Yeah.
the work and dedication. Whereas
Mhm.
for me, it's
Yeah.
a little bit unique and different because
Right.
Yeah.
well, art is very unique in the sense that people love it, but people don't appreciate it.
Right.
Like
That's true.
it's still considered something like it's not so much of a talent. It's something like you can do. So why you're charging that much? But everything is all handmade and hand painted and take time.
Right.
Like for instance, if I put in like my Bad Bunny jeans, people told me instantly like you're crazy for charging that much. But if you really put in the time that I did those jeans, I put in 40 hours and I only am charging $350. That means I'm doing less than minimum wage. So I'm
So
already putting myself down and you're going to tell me to put myself even more down. Like that doesn't make no sense to me, but people don't
yeah.
look at it like that.
Right.
And I've started to look at it like that because my dad, he's so into like math and stuff. And he's like, let's put in the numbers here. So when he does it, it makes sense. Like this needs to be charged this and that, because if you put in that time, you need to be making more than what you do at a regular 9 to 5, because you don't work
Mhm.
for anybody now. You work for
Right.
yourself, and your
Yeah.
stuff is not like you're sitting behind
Yeah.
a computer or picking up a phone. Like you're really sitting there, like
Yeah.
physically, like nonstop. Like these jeans, the past 2 days, I mean, I stopped, of course, in between, but when it's my time to do them, like it's nonstop. Like, and my arms are like on fire. When I'm so much my arms, my shoulders, because I got in an accident like a couple of years ago, right when I started doing Art by Star. So ever since then, like my shoulders have never been the same. So when I'm doing art, like, oh, believe me, when I tell people I put in sweat, blood, and tears, I put in a lot of pain because my shoulders kill me every single time.
Mhm.
Every
Wow.
single
And it's
time.
not just the jeans, right? Because you can go buy a $15 pair of jeans and hook them up, right? It's the jeans, your time, your products, your
The
brushes,
supplies.
the paint, all of your supplies. You know what I mean? The time away from your family, the time away from, whatever is, you're doing. And I get that. People don't appreciate that because, like we do events sometimes, and I stopped doing treats because you have to buy the chocolate, you got to buy the pretzels, you got to buy, and then people don't want to pay you. But I just spent 4 hours trying to dip a damn Oreo in chocolate, so I it's understandable. Like I get it. I totally get it.
Mhm.
But that doesn't stop you from being amazing. So,
No, it doesn't.
people-
I'm gonna keep my prices where they are, and I think me being on Target says a lot. So my prices went up. Okay.
yeah,
Good, good, good.
and keep doing it. And we're so proud of you. Hopefully you don't blow up too much that, maybe next year you'll come back again and, spend some more time with us. We love having you, and,
Yeah.
keep doing what you're doing, and please do not stop. God is putting you in your path. Follow it.
Thank you, ladies, so
You are
much.
truly phenomenal.
Thank
You
you.
are amazing. You have an amazing gift. Don't ever stop.
I won't, as long as these hands are working and God
Amen.
uses me.
And cheers to you.
I'm in it for the
We
long
love
run.
everything you do.
Cheers, mommy.
Cheers.
Don't go anywhere so you can do a promo for us. But we'll
Okay.
be right back with Entertaining con Francis, and I'm going to tell you about all the places you can visit during Hispanic Heritage Month. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome to Entertaining con Francis. So today I'm actually excited because I'm going to share with you a couple of events that are going on in New York City and one outside of New York City that's celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. The first one is Friday, September 30th from 6:30 to 8:30 at Sunken Meadow State Park. So if you live in Long Island or if you want to take the drive to Long Island, they're doing actually a art display of Frida Kahlo. I said her name wrong. All of her artwork. So she, if you don't know, she's a Mexican artist, and she would paint colorful sugar skulls, which is the majority of her work. And the skulls were reflections between life and death. And you'll be able to create sugar skulls and use a lot of Frida's work to inspire yourselves and, you know, help spark your creativity. It's an adult program and you have to register on Eventbrite, and just search for Nature Adventure with the letter E. So it's Nature, EDVENTURE, and you can bring it up and buy your tickets. It sounds like it's going to be a great event. So if you're into Frida Kahlo, check it out. Another one is the Puerto Rican Day Parade in Philadelphia. It's Sunday, September 25th from 12 to 3 p.m. at Huntington Park in Philadelphia. Our friend Shawnick Rodriguez from Arts by Sir is going to be there. Go check it out. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. You can never go wrong with the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Live music, artists. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Also on October 1st, Casita Maria, which if you haven't been to Casita Maria, you have to go check it out. They are actually in partnership with Ori Gen Collective, and they're presenting a night of music from Honduras, Cuba, Venezuela, and so many more other countries in honor of National Hispanic Heritage Month. You can also check out to purchase tickets at allevents.in. They have a flyer posted with all the information. And like I said, it's October 1st from 1 to 6:30 p.m. And I have two more for you. On October 9th, the 2022 Hispanic Day Parade is back on Fifth Avenue. So if you're in New York City and you want to check out Fifth Avenue, this year they're celebrating 21 different countries from around the world, including Colombia, Honduras, Bolivia, Ecuador, Peru, Dominican Republic, and my own Puerto Rico. Check it out. It's an amazing time, and it's all down, up and down Fifth Avenue. And last but not least, if you're into ballet, Ballet Hispanico is celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month by having a, get this, La Calle Block Party. It's October 14th from 12 to 4, and it's the nation's largest Latin organization, and they're celebrating by engaging the program with this La Calle Block Party, which includes live performances from Ballet Hispanico, Palante scholars, and students from School of Dance, as well as free dance classes for those who attend, live music, and food from local vendors. Go check out all of these different events. Support our Hispanic culture, learn from different Hispanic cultures, learn where we come from, what we're all about, how we celebrate, what we eat, what we dance. We're such a mixture of so many different things. It's beautiful. Don't miss out. So guys, did you like all of my events? Are we gonna go to Philadelphia for the parade, or we're gonna go learn how to dance ballet to salsa? What are we doing?
That was a lot of events, but they all sound great.
Yeah. And most of them are free. A lot of them are free. And what I like about it is that you're gonna learn about your culture and about the different foods. Or, you know, if you don't know about your culture, you get to learn about it and just do different things.
Something fun to do. Yeah, absolutely.
And different. You
and
know,
you get to mingle, get to know other people from different cultures. Fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I loved it. I didn't even know there were so many events that existed.
I didn't know they were bringing back the heritage parade.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
That's awesome.
I was looking to see like different parades because I know for Hispanic Heritage Month they do they do have small different parades or like events. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, they're bringing back the parade on Fifth Avenue. That's like, so iconic and so culture driven,
Yeah,
know?
that's
Mhm.
great.
So it's really cool. My favorite is the Frida Kahlo. I can never say her name right, so sorry, Frida. But everybody
Te vas a
always,
dar los pies esta noche.
I know. Everybody sees the the skulls and all the beautiful
Yes.
artwork, but nobody really knows where it really come from, right?
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, it's the Day of the Dead. No, it's Frida Kahlo.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys
Yes, that was great.
take
Yeah,
a day, pick one event and go check it out.
Yeah.
Enjoy some food and some music and learn a few different things.
A new
about-
experience.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. That's exactly what it is. It's just experiences,
Mhm.
and they're free, people.
I know.
Oh, have fun on a Saturday. Leave your man at home and go. So, but yeah, I hope you guys, can get a chance to go check it out. And don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with our final remarks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. So, guys, I think we had such an amazing show today with Shawnick and all the different places we can go for Hispanic Heritage Month and celebrate. What did you guys think?
That was such a good interview. It was so nice to have her back. And just
Yes, it's always
her
a pleasure.
growth.
Yes.
But the growth that she's been having is pretty amazing. I hope she keeps going.
Yeah, I wish her so much success. I think she's doing an amazing things.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's got such amazing talent. It's just amazing what she's doing and how far she's gone from the first time we had her on.
Mhm.
And I can only imagine how much more, she's gonna keep going. Like it was amazing having her on.
Yeah, she's definitely genuine, and I love the fact that she continues to keep our culture and heritage alive through art. And hopefully that inspires other people to actually look into their culture and just learn a little bit more, right? It's just, I
Absolutely.
feel like every day we can learn something more about ourselves and where we come from. So thank you to Shawnick for joining us on our show. She took time out. She's super busy. You can find her on her handle at Arts by Sir. Buy one of her paintings. You won't regret it. Right, thank you for watching our show. Join us next week where we will sit down and talk with upcoming actress Ashley Nadine Lopez.
Ashley is skilled in theater and film and recently made her debut in the independent film Heard of Who? We sit down with this talented Latina and discuss her love of acting and how she's making her mark in the film industry. Tune in Wednesday to hear all about her new film.
Tune in and listen to us on Apple Podcasts. Watch and listen to us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and check out our TikToks at Wine and Wisdom 5.
Listen, don't forget to take a minute to sip some wine and share a little wisdom. Nos vemos la semana que viene. Ciao.
Bye.